Hey guys, I'm going to talk to you about something a little bit personal. And my hope is that if you're dealing with the same thing, that you kind of shift your perspective a little bit, just like kind of I have, and it'll help you get a better quality of life. And what I'm talking about is right here on the screen: decision fatigue, right? We as business owners, even if you're not a business owner, but we as business owners, especially moms, dad, parents, everything, we deal with decision fatigue. It is legitimate, it is real. We deal with brain fog. We deal with critical thinking all day, every day. And I just want to show you some stats, okay? And hang tight because there's a reason why I share this. This story is actually personal to me, because what I'm talking about is how to help out with this thing that's called decision fatigue, and how to help out and leverage AI to help you with it. Guys, if you are not using AI right now in your day to day life, it's time to get over the stigma. It's time to get over the hesitation. Yes, I was once hesitated. I hesitated towards it at one point. I was intimidated by it. I felt all the things, right? Will it replace jobs? I felt guilt. I felt confusion. I felt, oh no, I don't want anyone cloning me. I'm using me on the internet, right? But the reality is, if used practically, it can 1,000% help you in your quality of life. And so, but before I hop into some of the ways that you could do that, let me just show you some statistics, right? So again, this is talking about decision fatigue, but check this out. So I went to did some research, and I found this article. It's talking about cell phone usage statistics in 2025. So that's this year, guys. Excuse me. And so I was like curious, how many times per day do people pick up their phone? How many? Like, I know I pick up my phone a ton at times throughout the day. And so I'm gonna go down here, and I believe here it is: mobile phone usage and habits. Okay, now this is by the Consumer Affairs, right? And it says on average, cell phone users look at their cell phone 144 times a day. 144 times a day, y'all. And can you imagine that? How many more times, if you're a business owner, or entrepreneur, and executive, like, it's crazy, right? So 144 times a day. I don't want to do the math, but that's like three, what is it, four, more than five, six, seven times. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of times per hour. And don't. This is why I have decision fatigue. I can't do simple math in my head right now. But guys, think about that for a minute. What kind of quality of life are we living if we're checking our phone 144 times a day? How present are we when we need to be present for the people that need us the most? And I'm going to try not to get emotional on this video, but we have to think about that. Let me show you another statistic I was looking at. How many decisions does the average person make in a day? And the average person makes 35,000 decisions in one day. Look at all these articles from all these studies. 35,000 decisions in a day, and that's for an average person. They're like micro decisions. Guys, this is why decision fatigue is real. This is the kind of stuff that will affect you. It'll affect your quality of life. And so this video is a little bit different because it is personal to me. Guys, we have to learn and leverage AI. It is not something to be scared of. AI used properly and when trained properly, you still have to have common sense, guys, right? But the ChatGPT is so much more than creating social media posts or follow-up emails. I created for myself a chore chart that in 2 hours, I created a chore chart for our family. And that might sound like a little thing, but when you have a family of six and you're trying to divvy up the chores, and you have anywhere from a 2-year-old all the way up to a 15-year-old, and we're trying to do these things. I created that with, you can create, if you can't afford a house manager, guess what? You can use AI to help you create a house manager, to help you create a daily routine that'll work. If you struggle with meal planning and budgeting, guess what? AI can help you with that. Those are personal things that you deal with and think about every day, right? On a more personal note, on the business side of things, right? I actually have created an AI phone assistant that I didn't even check how many times a day do you check your email, right? Or how many Slack messages do I get? How many of things? How many different apps are you having to log into every day, right? If you learn to leverage AI, you can put an assistant on your phone that is connected to your calendar, to your email address, to your Slack, all in one thing, where you can, let me see if I can pull it up here. This is kind of an impromptu video, but I can talk into this, and this is my assistant that I created, and I have 2 different email addresses here. Hey, Indy, can you give me a rundown? Check all of my email addresses, the Amber at Empowered email address, and also my Empowered Home Pros email. Can you give me a summary of the last 3 emails that came through from any sender? Okay, so I put that in here, and what I get back is pretty amazing, right? I can come through here, wait a few seconds. It's scanning through my emails, and we'll give it just a second here. And on the back end of it, I'm going to scroll through and actually show it to you here. But on the back end of it, I get a message. Look at this. Look at this. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to try to cover up for privacy. Right? Oops. Right? It says, here's a summary of the last 3 emails from your inbox. Right? So I could also say, hey, Indy, can you send a message to Kelvin Jones Test and ask him what's for dinner tonight? So I can do that, and I can send an email to my husband, right? I say this to say, this is more than about hype. This is more than about flashy tools. Let me tell you, I had to get ready for a client meeting, right? I had to get ready for a client meeting. And by the way, it said, I don't know if you see that. It sent the email to Kelvin for me, all right? It did it for me. But I imagine having to prep for a client meeting, and you have an email thread full of 10 emails going back and forth that you have to read through. What kind of stress and anxiety is that bringing on you? When you could say, hey, can you summarize the email thread from ABC client for me and let me know what bullet points we need to talk about the next time we talk, right? These are some of the things that's possible. And the weight and the burden that is lifted off of your shoulders is priceless. And so I do this video to plead with you guys. If you are scared of AI, don't be. I was. And it wasn't until I had to that I used it. For me, I was using ChatGPT for basic things, for posts and emails. But the sky is literally the limit. If you have decision fatigue, if you need help making critical decisions, right? It can help you analyze these things. I can't tell you how many ways in my personal life that I've used AI. Again, responsibly and with common sense. In business, a lot of the videos that you see right now, the content that you guys love, if it is of me talking, right? I'm using AI. It's my voice behind the scenes, but guess what, guys? It's hard for me to create videos. It's hard for me to physically create videos. It's very draining. But with using AI, I can use my voice be authentic. I can share my screen and be authentic, but then still present myself to you using AI. And still get you guys valuable content, right? Anyway, I'm kind of rambling on this video, but the biggest thing that I want and I hope you guys to learn, like, don't wait until it's too late. AI is here. It is not a threat. At this point, can it replace people? Possibly. Eventually, yes. But for right now, we'd be foolish to ignore it, to not use it to help us have a better quality of life. And so you will start seeing a shift in content from me to just sharing how I'm using AI in our business, in our personal life, all kind of things. And I think I'm going to create a community. So if you guys want to follow me along in the process, if you want to create these things for yourself, if you want to train your staff to better use AI, right? It's here. It's just like when computers came. People were scared that computers would replace people. It didn't replace people. People learned how to use computers, or they got left behind. Same thing with, processors. Same thing with the internet. This is where we're at right now. And I just want you guys to just don't wait. Don't do like I did. We had an emergency. We got sick with COVID. We got taken down, and that was what forced me to learn AI. But now I see, like, you just got to lean into it. Don't be scared of it. And anyway, even if you are scared of it, doesn't it make sense to know it? You need to know what you're scared of, right? So anyway, I'm going to end this video. I feel like I've been rambling. Hopefully I've provided some value in the form of perspective. AI is more than just a shiny gadget. There are a lot of shiny gadgets out there, but I promise you, if you use it responsibly and you know some of the things that you can actually do and create with it, it can absolutely help you have a better quality of life. And it will help you not have decision fatigue. It'll help you be more mentally present for those precious moments. Sorry, guys. It'll help you be more present for those precious moments with your family. Those precious moments that you need. The precious time of self-care that you need. You'll be able to tap into those things because you know you have something working for you. Something to help you. So anyway, that's my rant, and I'm going to go ahead and end this video. And you guys have a good night.